Now, a Hutch's weather update with meteorologist Hutch Johnson.
All right, everybody, it's Monday night, and we have Monday Night Football just after the Thanksgiving Day holiday weekend. And our temperatures this morning were bone-chilling cold with sub-zero readings just north of the FM area. Very brisk indeed. A cold start to the work week with that north wind throughout the day, keeping that chilly feel to the air. We have a lot of ups and downs in the forecast. We're going to go over what's going on right now, and I want to get you all the information you need. Remember, on Hutch's Weather here on the YouTube channel, you have a chance to ask questions as well. So chime in. I'm watching those as we speak. And again, a fun game out there as the Vikings have tied it up. I guess we have some excitement heading into the second half. Let's take a look at that radar, shall we? As we pull it up right behind me, there's a little bit of activity starting to show up downwind from the Devil's Lake area. Let's talk about that. Make that page full screen here. First and foremost, look at the temperature difference between Grand Forks, where it is 7 degrees. Out near the base, we have 5 degrees, and we have the Devil's Lake Basin at 17, 18 in Carrington. So big time warming as we go to the west. And as that warmer air shoots over the top of the cold pool, we can squeeze out a few clouds and flakes, so the radar picking that up. But also, I want to point out that right here, off to the west of the Grand Forks area, we got the big old Devil's Lake here, okay? And as air is blowing in this direction, you can see the radar indications. It's blowing across the lake over quite a large area of the lake surface. And the open waters there can warm the air just a bit, and we may be seeing some enhanced reflectivities here that I'm scribbling over the top of as a result of that. So all in all, that's what we have going on across the area. Other than that, not much more. Andrea says, not ready for snow. Darren, can I survive another week or two running outside before I switch to the treadmill? Yes, indeedly doodly. It looks pretty good, as a matter of fact. So let's take a look here at the big picture. Check out the temperature up north. Hallock, 0. It's 0, just below 0. It's not -0, but the reading is actually a couple of tenths below the 0 degree mark. War Road at 7 degrees this hour. That's the same reading we have out there in Wadena. 5 degrees for Detroit Lakes, 5 degrees for both Fargo at Hector, and at Moorheads Airport we have 5 degrees. Down south it's 10 for you in Gwinner Oaks at 10, and we have a 9-degree reading this hour. In the Sisseton area it's 7 degrees. Oh, foreseeable plowing. I don't foresee any plowing concerns here in the near-term forecast, or even into the early, say, week or so of the new month that we will be having here shortly. Great questions, you all. This is a lot of fun, and thanks again. While you're here, take a moment and go ahead and subscribe to Hutch's YouTube channel. I'd love to get more followers here. We're nearing and approaching that 4,000 mark here, with approaching 45,000 followers on that Facebook channel as well. So thanks to all of you very much. Want to get you the information you need during halftime. Let's turn the radar off. As we know, it's cold. Now, if you joined me earlier, I said our temperature is going to fall like a 2-ton heavy thing heading into the early overnight, dropping down to a minimum for many of us as we go through around that midnight hour, 1 a.m. hour, and then we start to see a wind shiftaroo from the south as opposed to the north, and that means warmer weather. Let's take a look at what that means for your weather with regards to your forecast. For the overnight on this night, the wind shift will happen out west first. South winds will cause temperatures to warm up by the midnight hour into the single digits above 0 out to the west, and we're already in the teens there with a few clouds forming. As we look into the valley by midnight, we're expecting some sub-zero readings, and we're definitely on track for that in places like Grand Forks and Crookston, likely in Thief River Falls, as well as some of our eastern counties. So this is where the frigid air will be in the purple here, and that's by midnight. Now, once that wind switcheroo takes hold, check it out. By daybreak, 6 a.m., look at the warming in the Central Dakotas. We're talking 15 to 30 degrees from the Missouri River Valley and Bismarck, Mandan, and Minot, all the way out to the Montana border. Look at Sidney, Montana, and Hutch's original hometown, Glendive, Montana, 31 degrees. All right. South wind, 5 to 11, not too bad in the morning. You see there's still purple over here in the Red River Valley. That indicates we're still cold, but by morning we will be warming up to above zero. So I expect temperatures to fall down near or below zero for many of our Central Valley and Eastern counties, then moderate and slowly rise towards the morning. And that's how we start our day with light wind. And we'll see just a few clouds out there. And we cannot rule out a few flakes falling. The few flakes will be in the far northern counties of northwest and north central Minnesota, 5 degrees in the morning at Fargo, with temperatures on the rise quickly throughout the day. Your wind, that southerly wind, well, it will be a little bit on the strong side as we go through the morning hours. Overnight, though, it's going to go from 14 to around 4 first thing in the morning. Now let's check out your forecast for the afternoon. Around the region, it gets gusty in places, particularly in central and western North Dakota. Southwest winds will make their way upwards of 30 miles per hour in the James River Valley, the Cheyenne River Valley. That's where it will be strongest. See the blue pool cool? We'll have some early flakes in the day, generally before 1 in the afternoon, up along the international border in northern Minnesota. Temperatures there closer to 30 degrees in the afternoon for some of our western Minnesota counties, and that's what we're expecting there. Now, as we take a gander at what we have going on here with regards to the forecast for Fargo on Tuesday, this is what it looks like. 35 degrees, that's above average. 32 is the average. The wind will be west-southwesterly, increasing late in the day. The best chance at those 30-mile-per-hour winds will be in the Cheyenne and James River Valley, but we'll see some gusts here as well. So yeah, that'll make it feel a little bit more cool, and those temperatures out to the east will be cooler still. Remember, northern Minnesota could see just a few flakes. Let's take a look at the forecast for the next 7 days, shall we? And as promised, we talked about a full bucket of awesome sauce yesterday. We're keeping the full bucket of awesome sauce in the forecast, 41 degrees for your Wednesday. Then here comes another weather wiggle on Thursday. This little wiggle will bring more snow shower chances, but only to our far northern counties. Why did I put it on the Fargo 7-day planner? Because I want you to know that we'll have a little cool system working its way up into northern Minnesota, bringing a dash of flakes, mainly Lake of the Woods and points into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Seasonable but cooler for a sunny Friday. And then we can't rule out another weather wiggle on Saturday, but look at these temperatures. The weekend looks mild as opposed to wild. Check out Monday now. That weather-making system will make its way through. This is a warm front. 32 on Monday looks like the cold heading back to work, right? No, beyond Monday, it looks nice and toasty on both models. So we're going to keep our eyes on a nice warming trend as we begin that first week of December. Next real chance of snow may be holding off until somewhere between the 6th and the 9th. The best chance of snow far, far north and actually in southern Minnesota as we go through the next few days. I'm going to field just a couple of questions as we try to wrap everything up for you so you can get back to your game and maybe even get a nice warm cup of coffee. Oh, let's see. Well, yeah, Burr, it's definitely cold out there tonight. And I believe that's Rita in the Bemidji area. Thanks for joining us. And look to be windy the next couple of days in the FM. Andrew wants to know about the wind. Tomorrow morning, it won't be too windy out there, although it'll be very brisk with temperatures in the single digits above zero in Fargo. We'll be on the way up. As we go into the afternoon hours, our wind will pick up from the south and southwest, and we'll have those winds upwards of around, say, 15 to 25 miles per hour here in Fargo. The stronger winds will be out near Jamestown, where your gusts could exceed, in some spots, over 30 miles per hour. I hope that fields your questions. Go Vikings. Thank you so very much for your support right here on Hutch's Weather. I sure appreciate all of you for taking the time to join me here. We'll keep you updated, and I like to make sure that a copy of this is available. If you just want to check the weather anytime, come to Hutch's Weather page here on YouTube. You'll see the latest videos right here, or you can check out Hutch's page on Facebook. That's Hutch Johnson, Chief Meteorologist on Facebook. Find me there, follow me there. We are updating you wherever you are. You can get the latest updates with Hutch's Weather. More exciting announcements about my plans for the future coming up here as we go through the next few weeks. But for now, go Vikings. We got a barn burner there in the Twin Cities tonight with what looks like a 3-3 tussle in the Twin Cities on a cold night. How cold is it in the Twin Cities? Let's take a look over here, shall we? Minneapolis, and we switch the radar over. We'll get some more readings out over there. And let's see, maybe not. Let's go to this radar here. Yeah, for some reason, my temperatures, there they are. They're not populating. Temperatures out there in the Twin Cities tonight, out there near the Minneapolis area, we definitely have 16 degrees, 15 degrees at the MSP, the airport. It does look like our temperatures are cool there. Not quite as cool as we have here. The radar fairly quiet. Temperatures are in the single digits already as we look at Fergus Falls 5, Detroit Lakes 5 degrees, and it is even cooler still up in Thief River at 1 whole degree. And it is just barely below zero by a few tenths of a degree for you folks up in the Hallock area. That's your forecast. I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I bid you all an adieu on this Monday night, and have a slice of lefse for me and put some sugar on there with a little bit of cinnamon. That's one of my favorite ways to have it. Enjoy the Vikings game. Skol!